welcome to the first home edition of Vegetarian Ways. My name is Miss Akilah. I work for the St. Johns County Public Library System, and we're going to be making tamales today, vegetarian tamales. So, a few things you're going to need at home before you get started. You're definitely going to need to have a tamale steamer. If you don't have a traditional one, see the big pot? That's a traditional tamale steamer. Then you're going to want to use a small steamer, which will work. It's just going to take a little bit longer. So you can use a small one here, small one, and it's got a little steam tray that goes right on top, so you fill water inside, steam tray on top, because that's how you make tamales, is you use a steamer. Or if you don't have any type of steamer at home, you can totally use a aluminum metal colander in a pot, filling the bottom with water, and then putting a lid on, or even better would be to use aluminum foil, and then make sure you have a nice tight seal when you're steaming. Alright, so we're going to come on down over here to what you would actually need to do the night before. A little bit of prep is going to be to take your husks, your corn husks. You can get these at Publix. Don't worry, I'm going to make sure to put the recipe online so you can see this. But you're going to use corn husks right from New Mexico, and you're going to soak them overnight, alright, in a nice big stock pot. Nice big stock pot. So you're going to soak them overnight, big pot, and then you're going to drain them when you're ready. So we're going to drain these of all the water, drain them. And then you usually separate the really big ones, the nice full ones, from the small ones, or the ones that are too weak. And then what you're going to do is you're going to actually take some of those small ones and you're going to make some ties. And the ties are used to tie off your tamale. So it's just how it sounds. So you're going to just take strips and tear right down the tamale, or the husk, so that you can tie off your tamales later, so they don't unfold while they're cooking. Alright, I already have a nice big plate of them. They've already torn and stripped. Okay, so coming on down to the masa, how we made the masa. This you can make like one day in advance. That's probably the furthest out I would make it, would be one day, but usually I make it the day that I'm making it. Like I said, it's a family thing, so usually everybody is having a hand in this, but it's just me right now, so I'm going to still tell you how to do it, and you can get the whole family involved. So, you're going to need masa, or Masa Harina. I use the Maseca Brand. I do have mine in a big jar already, a big mason jar, because I buy it in bulk, and then I put it in my jar to keep it fresh, so I can just get it out when I need it. This is the only thing that I do need my recipe card for, is making the tamale dough. So I will, again, make sure that you guys see this recipe. You're going to need some salt. I do use pink Himalayan salt. Pink Himalayan. Make sure you can see that. Pink Himalayan salt. And then I also blend in Hawaiian style black lava sea salt. I blend the two. I also use hatch green chili from New Mexico, green chili flakes. And you're also going to need some baking powder. And any brand is good. And then you're going to need some grapeseed or avocado oil. Grapeseed or avocado oil. And then you're going to need to use vegetable broth. I make my own with the bouillon cubes, the vegetable bouillon cubes. You could use any brand that you like. And you're going to use like 6 cups of the vegetable broth. So I use 2 cubes of these in the 6 cups of water. I dissolve 2 cubes of the bouillon cubes. Stir it on in, and then once it's all dissolved, I give you the process of how it's all mixed. So first you mix all the dry ingredients first, then you add in your oil, and you use your hands. You really have to be not afraid to use your hands, because this is a very hands-on recipe. So once you have all the dry ingredients mixed, I use a whisk. Makes it easy to whip all your dry ingredients up so it's all nice and balanced. And then you're gonna take your hands once you start adding in the oil, and you're just gonna grind it, mix it all in, and it kind of looks like wet sand. Then you're gonna take your liquid, which is the vegetable broth, and you're gonna pour that in a couple cups at a time, and you're gonna hand knead that all in so that it looks kind of like this. All right, you do have to set it in the fridge for 20 minutes, which I've already done, so it's ready to go. So we're gonna start making some tamales. So, first things first, we're gonna take a husk. We're gonna put it on a nice flat surface. And we're gonna take a 1/4 cup. And we're gonna measure out a 1/4 cup of the masa dough. Ta-da! And then we're going to put it right in the middle of our husk. And then we're going to press it out like so. Just use your hands to press it out. And you want to kind of press it thin because masa does expand when it cooks, but not too thin that it tears, of course. So press it out all the way, giving room on your edges. Press it out real nice. After a while you'll get the hang of this and you'll go really, really quickly. Pressing out that dough, kind of like a pancake. Ta-da! Taking your hands, pressing it out. Making sure that you do have room on the top edge, on the side edges. Alright, of your tamale. Okay, now we're going to take our husk right on over to our, in mine is a veggie station. So the things that I'm going to be putting in my tamales today are some delicious savory black and kidney beans, some TVP, which is textured veggie protein. I've seasoned that with turmeric and some dulse. Then we're going to be adding in a little bit of extra sharp cheddar cheese, white Vermont. I have seasoned that with cayenne pepper. Then we're going to be adding in some nice little baby potatoes, which I have seasoned with some regular garlic granules. Then we're going to be adding fresh shredded kale from the garden. Yep, that's right. Right from my garden, right outside. Some fresh kale shredded up from the garden. We're going to be adding in some sliced portobello mushrooms. Those are not from my garden. Those have been seasoned with crushed black pepper. Then we're going to be adding in some amazing organic beets, golden, plus some rainbow are in there too. See the little rainbow ones? They're so pretty. They have been seasoned with curry. Then we're going to be adding in some onion. That has been seasoned with some green chili powder. Then we're going to be adding in some zucchini, fresh zucchini, and that has been seasoned with some paprika. Alright, so I'm going to set this up nice and far away, that way you guys can see me work. Ta-da, voila, there we go. And so we're going to spread out nice and thin, and we're going to, oh yeah, I do have also some fresh minced garlic. It's already prepped. And I also have some fresh cilantro. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start out with our textured veggie protein. We're going to put it right down the middle. You see that? Ta-da. Then it's kind of like building a burrito. Then we're going to take a spoonful of our savory beans. Put that right on top of the TVP. Totally looks just like a burrito, right? Or maybe a taco. You're going to sprinkle your cheese on top of the beans. Then you're going to take a little sprinkle of garlic. Shake that right on top, fresh garlic. You're going to take a little spoonful of your cilantro. Sprinkle just a little bit of that on top. Then we're going to take 5 slices of potato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 slices of the potato. Then we're going to sprinkle on some of our kale. Then we're going to take 4 pieces of portobello mushroom. 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. We're going to take 4 pieces of our sliced beet. 4 pieces. And we're going to take 3 pieces of our rainbow beet. Gives it some color. We're going to take 1 teaspoon of onion. Sprinkle that on in. And then last, we're going to take a small little sprinkling of our zucchini and just sprinkle that right on in. Then we're going to go ahead and take it and fold it over kind of like a book. Take your hand and press the ingredients into the tamale masa and fold it over just like a book, making sure that the masa touches each other. Just like a book, fold it right in half, just like a book. Then you're going to fold the other side over. That was a pretty big husk, so there's a lot to fold over. We're going to take the bottom, the pointed end, and we're going to fold that up. Making sure all those ingredients are pressed on in there. We're going to fold that up, just like this. Fold it up the bottom. And then we're going to take one of our handy dandy ties that we tore up, and we're going to tie that off on the bottom. Nice and tight. Kind of thick. It's a little bit thinner. Folding that up. Bottom. I've done this a million times, and now it wants to be difficult. You've got it. You got it. So we're just going to tie it off, just like we would a shoestring. It's usually really not this difficult. Oh, it's okay. You get the hang of it. As will I. Goodness gracious. It really usually doesn't take that hard. It's not that hard. So you tie it off just like you would a shoelace. And then you take another one and you're going to tie another one off here near the top. Alright. Sometimes, like right now, these are being difficult and they're breaking on me. So you can just take 2 pieces, knot one off together when this is happening so you don't get frustrated. So you've taken 2, put them together. Now we're going to take that and we're going to tie that around since it was being so difficult. And we're going to tie that around near the topper end to secure our tamale. Ta-da! Now it's tied off at the top. So we have one below, one up top. And then I like to take mine and just kind of smash it, press it at the top and the open sealed end to kind of press that little tamale masa, making a nice little seal. Okay? We got one down. So many more to go. So once you get them going, you're going to kind of have an assembly line. Like you can have somebody who's putting all the masa down in the corn husk. Then you have somebody who can go ahead and start putting in the different ingredients on the inside. You can have a couple people doing the ingredients on the inside, so they kind of just pass it off, kind of assembly line style. And then once you have a bunch on a plate all ready to go, you're going to take them to the steamer pot. I already have some going ready so that you can see the finished product, because else we'd be here for a long time. Now tamales do need to steam for a good hour to an hour and a half. Alright, so yep, they take a while to cook, but they're super delicious. So let's come on down to our steamer. We've already got some going. going to see how they're looking. Always make sure that you open the lid and let that water drain into the pot with your face away from the pot so you don't get an accidental facial that might not be pleasant. So you let that water drop on in. We're looking in. Put some in there already. And they've already been in here for about 90 minutes and they definitely look like they're ready. So let's take one out. Grab a little slaw plate here. We're going to use some tongs. We're going to use some tongs to take one out. And we've got it. We've got it. Alright. Taking one out. Gonna stick the lid back on here. Real quick. Alright. And we're going to check to see if it's ready. We're going to check to see if it's done. Alright. So, we're going to untie it. Tie it off here at the top. The way you know it's for sure done is if it just kind of plumps or peels right out of the husk without sticking. So we're going to unfold it. Yep, it's totally done. We're going to unfold it. We're going to roll it right on out of there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tamale. It rolled right on out of there. So you've got your nice masa tamale. And then you're going to top it off with probably some salsa or some green chili sauce or some sour cream and cheese. And you're going to eat and enjoy. So, thank you guys for joining me for an at-home edition of Vegetarian Ways Making Tamales. I hope you guys enjoy yourself and take care. This was Miss Akilah with the St. Johns County Public Library. Signing off in 5, 4, 3, 2,